good morning, everybody. Well, this is a new year, new objectives, new goals. Welcome to Inside Show. Well, you are with Talk With Joan Thursdays. And yes, please subscribe. Come on. Hit that subscribe button. We will really appreciate that. Well, today we are actually discussing goal settings. It's a new year. You have new insight. You have new vision. Yes, 2020 wasn't that good, but you know what? Life still carries on. Life did not stop. So therefore, it is of vital importance that you actually have to set goals for yourself and try to stick to the goals that you set. That will bring you to your destiny. With me in the studio, I have none other than my friend who is Coach Sonia. Yay. Sonia, introduce yourself to the audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Joan. I'm Sonia. I'm a life coach, NLP practitioner, and I enjoy doing coaching. I enjoy doing life with my husband, Denver Vorster, and my two children, Jade and Miles Vorster, and my family and my friends. So this is me. I just love living life to the fullest.
Awesome. Welcome with us once again in the beginning of 2021. Can you believe it? Wow. 2020.
We made it.
Flew.
We made it.
I hope 2021 is going to be a better year.
It's going to be a better year.
So yes, girlfriend and boyfriend, I'm sure you have your mirror with you. Maybe you are at home and you are watching this with your kids or wherever you are. You can go to the bathroom, you can go to your bedroom, wherever you are, or maybe they're in your dining room right now, close to the television or wherever you are watching. You have a mirror. I want you to look into that mirror, and I'm going to ask Coach Sonia, seeing that 2020 was such a challenging year, 2021 is ahead of us.
Oh, yes.
We are in 2021. Unbelievable.
Oh, yes.
So I would like to ask you the question. If you look into the mirror and that image reflecting back at you, I know you did not maybe accomplish the goals that you set in 2020, but what do you see is up that sleeve of yours for 2021?
Thank you so much. So what I see in my mirror for 2021, I thank God for the grace that I made it into 2021.
Yes.
I see determination.
Yes.
I see somebody that's going to live a powerful life and not a pitiful life.
Yes,
Because 2020 had a lot of pettiness in.
Absolutely.
Because things happened to us and we speak down. We were like downhearted. We spoke like people that have the whole world upon our shoulders. But what I'm seeing in this mirror is energy, positive energy. I see somebody that's going to set goals and it's going to achieve every goal I'm going to set this year.
Absolutely. I love that energy and I love that goals that you are setting for yourself.
Oh, yes.
And I can just tell you that, yes, my 2020 wasn't a very good year.
That's right.
But hey, I'm optimistic for 2021 because I know that every goal that I set, I will accomplish.
That's right.
Because if you don't set small steps and actually follow through with those small steps, remember that your destiny is not just it's not a sprint. You have to persevere, perseverance is small steps that you take at small races, you know, that get you to your destiny. So today we're gonna actually do those few goals that you can step, and we're gonna go step by step. So yes, girlfriends, we know that failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, and this time it will be more intelligently.
That's right.
Right? 2020, we did not really
right.
accomplish all the goals that we set because of COVID. And I know COVID is not done, but yay, we are alive. And
Oh,
that
yes.
alone tells us that there is a purpose for
There's
us.
hope.
While we are still alive, there is a purpose. You are not here by accident.
That's
There's a
right.
purpose that you have to fulfill. I believe that failure occurs every day. Failure occurs in schools. Failure occurs with family. Failure
right.
occurs with jobs, with housework, you know. And you know what? It is unavoidable. You cannot avoid failure. But if you set goals, at least you won't be like that person
That's right.
without goals,
That's
you
right.
know,
Yeah.
that just when every wind comes their way, they just go with the flow. No, we cannot go with the
cannot
flow,
go with the
guys.
flow.
You have to set
Goals.
goals.
That's
so
right.
I would like to ask Coach Sonia, take us through the steps that we actually can take to
set
accomplish our destiny. How do
Absolutely.
we set those goals?
Goals. Actually, I like what you said and read about failures, and I want to say to the listeners, yes, we look at failures, but I want you to redefine it today.
Yes.
There's no failures, there's feedback.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
if something has not worked for you in 2020, it's just time to go back to the drawing board.
Yes.
And say, how can I do this differently?
Yes.
In 2020, there was excuses. 2021, we
No
live by
excuses.
results.
Yes.
No,
No
excuses.
excuses.
We can live by the two, results or excuses.
Yes.
So, Joan, thank you for asking me that question, because it's imperative, it's important to plan and to set that goals.
Yes.
So normally in my own life and when I coach people, I would normally ask them, what is your goal? What is it that you want to achieve for this year? What is it that you want to achieve in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months? Okay, and for example, somebody said to me, okay, I want to buy a car.
Yeah.
I said, okay, put your car on top of your list and draw for me a steps in reversal steps. Okay?
So you actually have to have a board.
Exactly.
Have your drawing board up.
Have your drawing board
Yeah.
up. Put your goal there. The name of you
Actually,
name that goal.
a vision board.
A vision board. And then you draw steps. But you don't start at the top to write down what you want to achieve. You start at the bottom. In order for you to buy a car, let's make an example. You need to first have to go through the process of having at least a learner's and a license.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you need to see, will you have the necessary budget?
Absolutely.
Because also what I like to do with my clients, I will say to them, put the thing down, add a costing towards it. Say, for instance, your learners and your license, it will cost you 500 Rand. You put it there. On every step, put a reward.
Right.
After
so you reward yourself.
Reward yourself.
Yeah.
Because that is important.
Achieved. I've got my
learners,
license.
I've got my license.
Yeah.
I've achieved that already.
Yes.
So it pushes you to the next step. So many times you feel like people don't know how to celebrate themselves on that step where they are. Even if in a small way. I will tell my clients, make yourself a nice cup of coffee.
Yes. Buy yourself lekker slap chips.
Pour yourself nice water with nice candles. But you celebrate yourself on that step. Then you put your next step. Okay, what is the car that you're looking for? Do you have the budget for it? How much it's going to cost you? And then you go to the next step whereby you start going out to the dealership and go view different cars and look at different cars. And you not asking people what do they think you
must buy.
You go according to your goal that you have set for you, what you're gonna afford and what you can afford. So you make it very smart, very achievable, and very realistic. So many times we put ourselves goals there, and when we do the steps, you find out,
I won't be able to achieve it.
This thing is not going to work. I'm not going to achieve it. So that is really quick, practical way to start your goals off. You need to set step by step. Up until you go to the goal whereby the day you walk into the dealership and you buy that car.
And you achieve your
And you have achieved your goal.
Yeah.
If somebody said, Lady Sonia or Coach, I want to go study next year.
Yeah.
But you have not applied this year, the previous year. Applications don't start in the year that you want to study. We find a lot of people.
Don't you think that is what's happening to our
That's
children?
exactly what's happening to our matriculants.
Yes. They now decide oh, I want to go study next year.
In
Now they
January-
can put pressure at the university.
Exactly. January, they want to apply. They want to
Yeah,
apply.
yeah.
No, baby girl, set your goal, apply during the year, and then you know you're going to move towards it. Even if you're not going to go to varsity, I always say to my
Or maybe
clients.
you want a gap year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Johnny, what also help is at least you already have a student number in the varsity.
Yes.
So if you apply, you have that student number, you decided I want to take a gap year. Next year you come back, you apply. But you have set that goal and stick to something at least. You
Because at
understand?
least I think that's an excellent idea, to apply, get the student number. So even if you want to take a gap year,
year.
that student number will
Can remain
actually, it's
It
there,
remain there.
and it will actually force you to go back.
You understand?
To get back to your vision,
Vision
board.
board.
This is what I put
down.
2020 or 2021. This is what I set my goals
Yes.
for the year. So I have to stick to
I
it
have to stick to it.
in
You
order
see-
for me to get to the top.
Exactly. And many times people set goals, but then they start worrying already about the resources,
resources,
for
yes,
that goal.
yes.
And that is where we start a mistake. I want to buy a car, but I already worried where I'm going to get the money from. First 50,000 or 60,000. No. And you don't even have the license yet.
Sure.
You didn't even went to the dealership yet. You didn't even check yet. So it's imperative.
You don't even know what's the budget.
Budget.
What's the car? What's the cost of the car?
Will you be able to afford
Will
it?
I be able to afford it?
So you have to go through steps up until you reach your goal. If you have to study, said, I want to study a degree, which takes 3 years, we take you through the steps from the first year, second year, up until your third year. There's no stop. You have to go through every steps. Okay? If you fail in your first year, we're going back to the drawing board. And then we check and we find out, is it that you want to study? Can't we go back and see what skills you have? What other resources you really have so that you can better achieve your goal?
But say, for instance, now we didn't, I don't have the resources
Okay.
wherever I want to be. And I feel like, this thing is really like a barrier. I can't manage this, and you find yourself in a position where you want to be there. Everything of you cry out to be at a certain point and time in your life.
That's right.
But you just can't.
You
There's no finances. There's nothing that you really can do. Do you say you still stick? You still draw up that board? Or what can you do?
No. There's nothing like can. And that is the thing that
Right.
the problem that we are sitting with. People are giving up before even starting.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You tell yourself,
Powerful,
I don't have the finances and I
Yeah.
won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
And that's why you come and we do
Yeah.
the drawing board, we
Yeah.
do the goal settings.
Right.
And in that goal settings, we will then come to a point in time whereby you don't have the finances and we tap into the bursaries. Whereby I, as a coach, help you and direct you to go and we do applications for bursaries.
For a bursary.
Exactly, a bursary. And that is how you're going to go. I coach a lady, she just going to do her honors now in psychology. She didn't have money. The day she walked into my rooms to coach her, she didn't even think, wow. She was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I want to do it. Today she
Right.
have achieved her honors and
Awesome.
guess what? She walked into the HR and she took an opportunity and a chance and she asked them, will they be able to sponsor this? This is not even something to do with work.
Wow.
And they paid for her.
Now you see?
Exactly. And if your dream, Joan, if your goal don't scare you, you have a problem. It must scare you. Because
It must be bigger than
It
you.
must be bigger than you. You must have a question and say, how I'm going to do this? How I'm going to do it?
Yeah.
Because the steps going to guide you.
Yeah.
And how you're going to achieve it.
Yeah, and I think that is so important because many times people are already at the top
Exactly.
without starting at
It's
the
not starting
bottom,
somewhere.
without even putting things into place.
And then they fall.
And that's why they cannot achieve because they don't know where to start.
Where to start.
You don't first put the car there. And I think that is what happens with our children. They put it there And they didn't even plan.
They didn't even have learners, they didn't have
And
license.
therefore,
they didn't have anything.
sometimes they're in trouble.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
the planning was wrong.
Exactly. And is it also a car that you really need? If you set a goal, it must be realistic. If you're not going to go to work, if you don't need a car for necessity for that moment, and you have other means to get where you're supposed to because your budget can't reach it, let's do some other things in your goals. Let's not work then on a car for now. You see, so that will help you also to make decisions. While we're putting your goal there and we're going through the steps, it will help you to make a decision whether it's really a car that I need now. Don't I really just need to further my studies and concentrate on that? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that is the thing with goals sometimes. We set goals that sometimes we don't even need, and then we end up not follow through.
That's true. You also find that that's why sometimes children fall out of the system. Say, for instance, they in school or they in varsity.
That's right.
Right? They have their vision board. They know where they want to go to. But now, in the interim, it's nice. I'm out of the house. I'm living at the rest. So on varsity campus, and it's lekker. My peers are.
Follow the flow.
So I wanna be in the flow. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a spoiled spot. They say, "Ach no, why you so boring?"
Yes.
Right. So now, a guy comes your way, right? If you're a female, this guy wants to take you to the room. Right? That's not on your vision board.
That's not part of your goal why you came to varsity.
That's not, it was never meant to be.
That's right.
So, stick to the goal
That's right.
that you've set.
Yes.
Make up your mind that this is not going to detour me.
That's right.
It's going to actually bring something that I do not want.
That's right.
Not now. You know, so I think it's vitally important for a lot of us to understand that if you've set your goal and you follow the steps that you have put in place for yourself,
Tell yourself.
it's important for you then to actually follow through.
And you won't allow somebody to distract you from it. Because you know, for instance, if like you said now, you know why you came to varsity.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't come because your parents can afford
Right.
it. You came because you have this goal in front of you, want to achieve this qualification.
Right.
So the reason why sometimes people actually get distracted easily sometimes, Joan, is because they were never serious about that goal.
Okay.
So there's so much, there must be so much seriousness and
Determination.
determination in that goal,
Yes.
so that you know you will follow it through.
Yes.
Because sometimes
And you must be willing to actually persevere and go
Persevere.
through the thing, man.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Get that grit, that
That's
guts, that determination that say, I am going to accomplish.
Accomplish it.
I don't care who says what, I'm going to go there. You know, I think that lack.
that lack a lot.
It lacks a lot.
And also it goes hand in hand with people don't want to ask then. Come back and ask. You know,
Yes.
this thing is not working for me. How can you assist me? I mean, there is always room for improvement. That's why we call it come back for feedback.
Right.
And that's why so many people give up along the way. Their dreams, whatever they desire throughout the year, because they are so scared to ask for help. They're scared to. I see it at the university many times. You know, some children will come and they will persistent. They will be persistent. They will ask you, ma'am, is there bursaries? You say to them, we don't give bursaries now. That same child will come back again tomorrow. That same child will come back tomorrow. Persistent. And because by that child, they have a goal in mind. I want to
Absolutely.
complete my qualification.
I respect that.
And I always
Honestly.
tell you how it works. So
Yes.
it's not about, many times, there is some corruption, something, but I'm telling you, there's other children, they are so persistent. And people needs to learn how to be persistent. People needs to learn how to have determination, how to stay true to their
And
goal.
especially with our children,
Exactly.
sometimes, many times they give up too easily.
They give up too
And I
easily.
think a lot of us, that is why there's so many things that we can't complete because we give up too quickly, we give up too easily. We don't have endurance to just endure the process, because I think it is so important for us to endure. And follow
Exactly.
through. What would you say is when a child is now, say for instance, the child wants to go for a lawyer, right? The child completed everything, had the drawing board up, tried to follow the steps, but in the first year, the child feels like, this is not for me. I don't think I fit into this profile. What did you think the child can do from there, knowing that this I don't feel it? You know what I'm saying?
You see, John, if that particular child or a person in general will come to me as a coach and say, listen, I have tried and this doesn't work for me, that is where I go back and ask the person, okay, what skills do you have that you think, say for instance, it's a boy and he feels like, I'm good in music, and I ask him, okay, what in music? Sound engineering, you want to play instrument, then you find out by asking the person questions, because then in the university circles, you refer the person then to psych ed, so that the person can undergo a skills development program.
Okay.
Because out of the skills development program, it will come out what skills and abilities you really have for a certain qualification.
All right.
So if this child want to study,
what is your strength?
What is your strength?
Okay.
That is the psych ed have a beautiful program whereby they take you to a skills development so that you can come up at the end of the day and see, oh, I'm actually good in this and this. I have, for instance, students that was doing logistics. And this child was always dressing nice and he wants to make his own clothes and what. And he failed this first year. Okay, he appealed and we got him back into the system. He failed the second year.
Wow.
And even his parents come to my office and we were talking and I asked the child and the child admit and say, ma'am, I actually wanted to be a fashion designer.
Wow, shame.
I'm just here because my parents
wanted me
to be
into logistics.
You see, the child shift. We got him into fashion designing, and he's living his best life, and he's passing.
So you see, so what would you say to parents out there today that actually make their children live their dreams and not their own?
Absolutely. Because many times, say for instance, I wanted always to be wanted to study a social worker.
Right.
And there wasn't money.
Right.
I can't let Jade and Miles now become social workers
and
live my dream through them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is where we go wrong as parents.
That's
that is where we go wrong as parents, John.
That's true.
We feel like that's why I said to my children, you don't have to go to university. Do your passion, what you like, as long as that thing gonna generate funds for you, gonna sustain you, gonna give you peace of mind when you go lay your head down at night and say, I've enjoyed what I was doing today. I had income, I can live my life. Do your passion, because to go and study and to show everybody you can study. I mean, I'm working at a university. My children can study for free. So to push them to say, mummies can work there, you can go study for free, going to be so unfair.
Yeah,
true. Going to be so unfair.
Because
so
it might not be their
passion. I want to urge parents, John, it's not every child that pass matric that have to go to varsity.
Yeah.
Find out from your child, what is his passion?
Yes.
What is it that he would love to do? What is it when he wake up in the morning and say, I would love to do that.
Absolutely.
And then you support a child in that. Then you stand with a child in that. But to push the child to go to university because the Joneses is going to university, you're going to mess that child.
Because you're in competition.
You're going to mess that
with
child.
the next door neighbor's child.
Exactly.
And now you want to push the child into a direction that the child is not passionate about.
Exactly.
I think it's passion that drives people.
Absolutely.
Passion will make you stand up early in the morning and do what you love doing. But you find that many times people are unhappy in their environments because there's no passion.
There's no passion.
And that is sad.
It is very
People
sad.
are in job situations that they're not supposed to be in, and that is why they are upset and angry with everybody around them.
That's
And
right.
that makes them ugly people. If I'm a
Unhappy.
Unhappy people. Yeah.
Unhappy people.
So I think it is important that if you're in a passionate environment,
That's right.
you can go to bed in the evening, and be happy.
Exactly.
And get up in the morning early, and you can't wait to actually do
it again.
what you. Yeah,
Yes.
it's like me sitting here now. It's passion.
Yes.
Passion that
That's
drives
true,
me.
that's
To be
true.
honest, I
That's
love
true.
conversations
Yes.
about different topics. So it's a very nice thing to be actually to function in your passion.
The passion.
So now, Coach Sonia,
Yes.
we find sometimes that we are stuck in positions
Okay. That's right.
and we don't know. This is where I am. This is what I've tried. I've tried everything, making an example, right? But every time I fall back, right? I maybe take someone that is maybe, can I take the extreme? Someone who had a drive, someone who actually is good at whatever they put on their vision board, right? But because of detours, right, this person maybe now meet up with bad company,
That's
right? And maybe I take it, the child then goes into being on drugs.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm going the extreme,
That's right.
right? And now the child's vision board,
It's collapsed. There's no vision board.
there's nothing left because the child now actually fell
Back. Yeah.
right? Now the child lifts himself up again, go maybe to for help, right? Put down the vision board again, revisits the vision board, right? Carries on beautifully, right? And now finds that, shoo, I lost so many years,
That's right.
right? And now I'm actually stuck. I was supposed to be done with my studies. I was supposed to be further
That's right.
than I am right now, right? So now I am in a stuck position and I don't know how to go any further. What would you advise?
Okay, I wrote these little things like the S for stuck. It's not sexy, it's not smart, it's stuck. And when you're in that position, it's a difficult position.
Yeah, it is.
You need to ask yourself first questions. How did I actually end up in this position? Also, you need to ask yourself, what do people say about me in this position? Most important, what do I say to myself in this stuck position? Where I'm going to
Right,
get
so
out of it, you need to ask question in that position. You are
So you
in it.
ask yourself that
Questions. So for you to get answers. Remember, what do people say about me being stuck? What do you say about yourself? What causes me to being stuck? Because many times we want to blame everybody
around
but
us, yes.
Does bring you back. The questions will bring you back to yourself.
Right.
So that you can take accountability
Right.
and responsibility.
Yes.
So that you can know I can get up from this.
Yes, because
okay?
you in the situation
the
and nobody
situation.
else.
Exactly.
It's not your mother, it's not your father, it is not your brother, it's not your sister. It's you.
It's you. And that's why, Joan, we have the D in coaching.
Right.
Which bring you to desires.
Desire. What is
your desire, young man?
Yes.
Yes,
Or
we know
young
you're
lady.
stuck. Young
Yeah.
lady, woman, man, priest, pastor. What is your real desire? Where do you see yourself? Do you want to keep stuck? Sorry. Do you want to keep being stuck? Or do you want to be in a place where you step into your desire, what you really
Right.
want to do?
Right.
So many times we want to move from this to this.
Right.
But we can't just move to it because there's some stuff that you need to gather within yourself.
Right.
Then you go to this.
The resources.
We call those resources.
Yeah.
Resources is not always money.
Yeah.
It's not always ching
Yes,
ching.
absolutely. And
It's
you know,
your-
I think a lot of times people, that's the first thing they go to.
Exactly. But this is your abilities.
What is within
What is
you?
your capabilities?
Yes.
What is your strength?
Yes.
Resources is the positive side.
Yes.
Now, young men, we're not going to look at where you come from. We're going to look at where you're going to.
Yes.
What is the things that going to get you there?
Right.
You know, go through that process.
Right.
What is it? Get it with inside of yourself, in yourself, and know that it's in there, and allow nobody to take it away from you.
Right.
Because where you're going here, you need to take this
Right.
with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that is what we are sitting with in society, Joan. Many people don't know how to pull the stuff that God has put inside of us already out of them.
Yes.
So that they will be able to step
Yes.
into their next.
Your strengths.
They step into the
Yes.
next. Your potential.
Your
I'm
giftings.
telling you.
Your talents.
The love you have.
Yeah,
The
your
peace,
passion,
your
yeah.
passion. Things like that. And that is why what I will advise this young person. And also I would say it's never too late.
No, never.
I mean, Dr. Carl have proved us now.
Yes,
it's
definitely.
never too late.
Definitely.
So, young men, if you are ready, I'm here. Let's go through the process. Let's go through, gather your resources. And when you have it, you will step into. And Joan, I have seen many times when we did this exercise, how people are downhearted here in the
Yeah,
stuck position.
yeah.
They speak negative.
Yeah.
They say people think I'm
Yeah,
useless. People
yeah.
think I will never make
Yeah.
it. I'll never amount to anything.
Anything, yeah.
But up until they have gathered here,
The resources
they will see,
and
you will
see
see
who
how
you are.
their countenance is lifted.
Changed, yeah.
Their language changed. They understand, I've got this thing.
Absolutely.
I've got this thing.
Because you also get the opportunity to actually dig down
In
within yourself.
Self.
And pull that potential out of yourself, because you know yourself better than anybody else. Am I right?
Absolutely.
And I think it's such a beautiful example, or such a beautiful thing to do,
Technique. That's
technique
right.
to
That's right.
use.
That's right.
You know, whereas you just sit there
And do nothing.
and do nothing.
Exactly. This bring you to alignment with self.
Yeah.
This bring you to who am I and who am I not.
And isn't it important sometimes to speak to
Exactly.
yourself?
So this bring you to that. This bring you to asking questions to yourself. Remember, it's easy if you asking me questions. It's easy.
Yeah.
But when it comes time for
For
me
you
to
to
ask
reflect.
me questions, then it hits home.
Yeah, yeah. Because you can point fingers, but there's four
That's
pointing
right.
back at you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And,
That's
and,
right.
and it is of vital importance for our children to understand that you
Absolutely.
do have a desire.
Do have.
And there are a lot of potential locked up
What
within
inside.
you.
Exactly.
You just need to figure it out
Yes.
for yourself. Nobody will be
And
able
be
to do it.
unapologetic for it.
Yes,
You
man.
cannot say I'm confident, but then you're walking like this all day. You need to be confident. You need to
Yeah,
speak confidence.
yeah.
You need to speak things
But
into
you see, in the
existence.
stuck position,
You
you
can't.
will always feel that, you know what,
Exactly.
I will amount to nothing.
Nothing.
I don't have that confidence that Lady S have. You know what, I already heard my own mother said I'm useless. You know, all that negativity
That's
that is
right.
actually bombarding your mind and actually making it feel like I can't do anything
That's
for
right.
myself.
That's right.
You know, it's like you cripple.
You cripple
You're
yourself.
crippling yourself.
You cripple this, the resources.
Yes, you're crippling it,
all
man.
this beautiful stuff that you have in you, you cripple it by saying these words here. And that is where people go through life and they say making excuses.
Right,
And
and if
everything.
if we need to, for instance, Coach Sonia, if we must make an example of that, you know, of the stuck position, the resources, and the desired position, and we stand on the stuck position, what can we say? A person will say, we did a lot of coaching before, and there are a lot of things that people say in that stuck position.
Yes, you're right.
Just for the viewers to maybe understand.
Yes, what does it?
What does it mean?
That's right.
And making an example. So that you, maybe in your private space or wherever you are, or maybe if you need a coach, to come to a coach and do the exercise and move forward in life, because 2021 will be a better life for you. You will really and truly, you won't be sorry.
That's right.
Because you have dealt with the stuck position that you are in.
Right.
And maybe you are listening right now and you don't really understand. You maybe just came on now and you don't know what we are talking about.
Right.
We are talking about goal setting, and we are actually saying to you that you have potential to accomplish that goals that you set for yourself.
That's right.
So while we are in the beginning of 2021, it is very important for you to go back and actually draw up goals for yourself.
That's right.
Draw up, go to your vision board,
right.
You can have it on your fridge, you can have it in your bedroom or wherever you are, above your bed. Write it down, and then try to stick to it. Right? So we're going to just make an example for you right now, so that you can understand when you listen to this again, and maybe you want to do the exercise, please, you are welcome to do that.
Yes.
Please do it so that you can move forward in life. And maybe you are viewing right now and you're listening to us. Maybe you fell back so many times.
That's right.
And you maybe failed so many times. It's never ever too late
No ways.
to just shake yourself
That's right.
and say, I'm gonna make
I'm
it.
gonna make it.
I'm gonna pull myself toward myself, and I am gonna make it. So I would really love to do this example
That's
for
right.
you, so that you can actually understand
Stand.
how to do it when you are alone. And we have Lady Esia, Coach Sonia.
Coach.
Please don't hesitate.
That's right.
She's here to help.
Yes.
So come on,
Reach out.
and
Yes.
let her help you.
Yes.
Right? So now we're going to make an example,
That's right.
and we're going to just take things that we know
They
people
normally
say,
say,
that we normally
you can
people
assess
normally
me what
say.
you can remember.
Right.
But I just want to reflect back on Tuesday afternoon. I was doing this exercise at the rehabilitation center.
Yes.
A group of guys that is in
Rehab,
rehab,
yeah.
and they are there now. Some of them are for months, some are for 2 months, some are for 3
Right.
months. So I asked a volunteer, and there
Right.
was one of the guys that volunteered to do the exercise. And before he stepped on S, I explained to them what is it all about. And he was on the S, and I asked him, how do you
So
feel?
it's a recovery program for drug addicts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was on the S. Sorry, I asked him, how do you feel right now? And he said to me, you feel useless, you feel miserable, you feel scared, you have anxiety. And you could see his face. He was so down. I feel so sorry for him. He said, I feel like, I asked him, what do you think, while you stand on the S, that is how it works. You need to be on the S.
Yes.
I asked him, what do you think people say about you? He said, they say I will never make it in life.
Right.
He got his third year left to finish his studies.
Wow.
Yet they told him he's never gonna get finish his studies.
Just because of this one weakness.
Exactly. They told him it's a bad to his family. It's embarrassment to his family.
Sure.
I said to him, what do you because there's 3 questions you normally ask, 2 or 3. I will ask, how do you feel?
Yeah.
What do you see? What do you hear? You see, that's important. You need to know, what do you hear? What is the sounds? What is the negativity that's coming to you in your stuck position? After the person have verbalized that, I would say to him, look over to your D, which is the desire.
Yes.
Now you need to verbalize what is it that you desire.
Right.
That's
And
the-
that is still standing on the S.
So
That is still standing on the
standing
stuck.
here.
Yes.
Before he can even move anyway.
To desire,
yes.
yeah.
So I ask him, now that you hear what you say to yourself,
Yeah.
now do you feel that way?
Yeah. And don't you think mostly being on the stuck position, that's always influences.
Always influence.
The majority of people
Yes.
feel that one said this about me, and it's stuck somewhere in their minds, and they feel subconsciously, yes, and they feel that, yeah, no, maybe it's true.
Maybe it's true. They start believing it.
They start believing it.
That's why
Yes.
they verbalize it, because they have believed what people have
Yes.
said about them.
Yes, and it mattered.
Exactly. And when he looked over to the D, I asked him, what do you desire? Because
Yeah.
he didn't tell me about first the studies. And he said, my desire is to finish my third year
Yes.
in college.
Yes.
I said to him, okay, I'm not going to let you step over to this desire,
Right.
because you need to make a conscious decision
Yes.
do you really want
Very
to finish
important,
that study?
yes.
Because many times people will verbalize things,
Yes.
but they don't really inside of them want it badly. So I will ask him, how badly do you want that?
Yes.
You know? Do you have the necessary resources?
Yes.
Do you know how you're going to finish your third
Yeah.
year? No, I'm not sure. My mom said she's going to help me, this and this one. You doubt, you understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what must happen now first? Before he can get over to the desire,
yeah.
I need to introduce him to the resources.
Yeah. What
You
is
know?
within you?
What is within you, brother,
Yeah.
so that you can finish your third
Yeah.
year. And Joan, then I ask him, make a conscious decision and go over to the R,
Yeah.
which is your resources.
Yeah.
And he will go over to the R. I say to him, before you stand on, go on the R, decide in yourself, do you really want to do this?
Yeah.
Do you really think you have these
Yeah.
resources? Do you think you have the things within inside?
Yes.
And he will say yes. He
Yes.
said yes. He step on it.
Yeah.
So after he step on it, then you give him a clipboard.
Yeah. Let him write
yes,
it down.
with a notepad.
Yes.
Because it's important to
Yes.
write it down.
It's very important.
It's
It's
important.
very important to write
It's
it
important.
down.
You can verbalize
Yes,
it.
yes,
but
yes.
to write it
You
down.
have to write
because
it down.
the client is going home with that piece of paper. And it
you
will
can
be there.
actually put it on your vision board.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
will keep you, remind you.
Yeah.
So you write it down. After I normally ask the client, like I asked that guy on Tuesday, write as many things as you
As
think
possible.
you
Yeah.
have inside of you.
Yeah.
Write it down. Write
So
it down.
our viewers can actually, you can take that exam pad,
Yes.
right? You can write as many as you wish to.
That's right.
Right? What is locked up within you?
Inside of you.
Right? And
Yes.
that's the resources.
Yes.
What is the resources that's
Yes.
gonna get you to your
Your
desired
desired-
position?
Yes, I like
right?
that.
So you write down, yes, I'm a confident person.
Yes.
I know I can
Yes,
make it.
Yes.
Um,
I've got abilities.
I have abilities.
Yes,
yeah.
I've got strengths in me. I've got capabilities.
Absolutely.
I believe in myself.
Yes.
Yes. So that is all the things you write in there.
Because in the stuck they said I will amount to nothing.
Nothing.
In the stuck, I heard I'm a useless.
I'm a low self-esteem.
I don't
Yes,
have a
confidence.
self-esteem.
Yes.
I have low confidence. But within me, I know this is my potential.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know, I
That's
can
right.
do
I'm a
this.
lovable person.
Yes.
You know, some people have been in the stuck position. They have given up on love.
life.
On love.
Yeah.
They feel like people don't love me.
The
I don't love
happiness,
me.
yeah.
So in your resources, you pull that out.
Yes.
Because there's love within you.
Yeah, because you have time to reflect now.
Exactly.
You have time to look into the
Exactly.
mirror and see what is the image
It's
reflecting
reflecting
back
back
at
at
me.
me.
Those are the things that I'm going to pull
Out. That's right.
of myself.
That's right.
I love people.
That's right.
I'm actually a very happy person.
Yes, I'm a hard worker.
I'm a hardworking
That's
person.
right.
I can achieve my
Yes,
goals.
you write all your stuff down, and after you've write it down, I like this part, Joan. You remember when we do it
Oh,
on
yeah.
on the boat cruise and with other
Yes,
groups
with the-
as well?
yeah, when we
People
did
are
it with the
breaking
ladies.
down
Yes,
because they
true.
realize somebody will rob them from this thing.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I like the part where I will ask the client, hold the exam pad or the clipboard in your one hand and use your right hand and you grab each of that thing
Yes.
and you put it
Pull
here.
it, pull it,
You
pull it out,
yes,
and put it in
back.
your heart.
You
Yeah.
because it's there. The enemy have robbed you from it.
Yes.
People's what they have said have robbed you
about
from
you.
it.
Yeah.
But you take the power and
Take
the guts
yourself back.
and you put it back. You
Yes.
take yourself back.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
And after you have done that, John, you will see how the language change of the person.
Absolutely.
And you ask the person again, what do you say to yourself now?
Yeah.
What do you think people are saying
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah.
You will hear the story
Yes.
change.
Totally, totally.
The story changed.
Totally, yeah.
And
And can you remember while we were busy on the cruise, when we actually did it with the
Yes.
ladies, how a lot of those ladies could not believe that
And how-
this is actually who I am.
and how they broke down in
How
the
they
seats
broke
while
down.
we did a demonstration in front.
Yeah.
We had our hands full. It
Yeah.
was such messy because you couldn't believe that people realized, actually, I'm still stuck.
Yeah.
I thought I was overcoming this thing, but I'm still stuck.
And many times in the room, when we did the in the room coaching,
It happened.
it happened, and
happened.
all the time it's happening.
It's happening.
If you see, I think the world is so busy that people don't deal with themselves.
No.
People became so busy in life.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like a rat race. It's just up and down, and I'm busy with A, and I'm busy with B, and I'm busy with C at the same time. And I never get the time to reflect on me. You know, I always invite other people.
That's
I am
right.
doing for other
That's right.
people.
That's right.
But does it bring fulfillment
Fulfillment. Does it bring
at
fulfillment?
the end of the day?
Exactly.
Because I feel in the interim, you are losing yourself because you are more, the things that's reflecting back at you is what other people think about you.
That's right. Absolutely.
Isn't
Absolutely.
it so?
Absolutely. And that's why I would always say it is you need to approve yourself first.
Yes.
You need to learn to forgive yourself.
it's
You need
so-
to learn to
so-
love yourself.
it's so
approve
important.
yourself.
Oh.
Celebrate yourself, John. The reason why I can celebrate you because I know how to celebrate me.
Absolutely.
You know? The
because
way
you will never be able to celebrate someone else if you cannot
can't
celebrate
the
yourself.
reflection that I have about myself, the behavior and reflection I have about that I have towards you is the behavior and reflection I have towards myself.
And people will treat you the way you treat yourself.
Exactly.
And then you wonder why people are nasty towards you because you're nasty to
That's
yourself.
right. That's
You
right.
know, and it's so important for us to understand
And
that.
that is what we struggle with in society today, John.
Absolutely.
And that's
Yeah.
why people will end up and say, you're too overconfident. Oh, they ask us to overconfident. There's no word like that.
No, there's no
I just know,
overconfidence. You are confident.
I'm confident. I know how to
Yeah.
celebrate myself. I
Yes.
don't know how to love myself.
Yes.
I don't know how to celebrate others and love others. It makes it easy.
Yeah.
I wasn't there
I
before.
am me.
But I've learned. I've
Yeah,
sat in a
no.
room. I've sat in the classroom. And I learned
And
those
isn't it
things.
true that there are so many of us that weren't there?
Exactly.
I wasn't also there until I
Exactly.
did the exercise.
Exercises.
I had the time to reflect.
Reflect.
And I also broke down in the
Exactly.
coaching. You know,
Yeah.
when I did the coaching
That's right,
course,
yes.
and the lecturer actually did the course with us. If you know,
Yeah.
when I stood on that
It's
S,
the other journey.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know you. Am I really gonna say this in front of everybody?
Body.
What is actually happening to me?
me.
You know, I'm a pastor.
Yes.
But okay. I said to myself, well, there's nobody really who knows me. Yeah. So, and then afterwards I said, hey, be real.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
here for a reason.
Yes, it's for
You're
you.
here for a reason. This is for me. I'm
Yes.
doing it for myself, and
That's
that's
right.
why I came for this
That's
course.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I did it, when I came
It
to
feels like
resources,
feel like shackles has fall over you.
when I
fall
came
off
to
of you.
resources, Sonia, I couldn't believe my page
Wow.
was both sides
Sure.
because it just came like this. I
Yes.
knew who I was because I realized there when Dion said, take now that
Yeah.
you wrote down
That's right.
one by one.
Yes, and put it there.
Speak it,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I'm a confident person.
Yes. Yes.
Take it.
Put it there.
put it in. You
break down.
actually reverse
Yes.
all those
Negative.
curses and negativity
In your stuck position.
that was in your stuck position. You reverse that to a positivity,
Absolutely.
a positive mindset, and say, yay, man, I can do this
I
thing.
can do this.
Right? And then from there, knowing now that you already you put the things, you took the resources,
That's right.
you put it in yourself.
That's right.
What is our next step?
What as D?
Desire.
And then only you can move over you to
Your
desires.
desired position.
And I'm telling you, Joan, on Tuesday, I asked that guy and he went on the desires. And what I like about desires, you ask few questions about your creator. You put your hand on the person's shoulder and you ask him or her, what do you think? No more people.
Yeah.
What do you think God is saying about you?
me. Yeah.
That one is so powerful because that person has never even, he knew God say that, but because of all the other voices, that person, God's voice has not even met
It's
anymore.
silenced,
It's
yes,
silent.
yes.
And when you touch the person, ask, what do you think God would say about you now?
Yeah.
And you would hear that response. He say, I can do it. He
Yeah.
said, I must keep walking.
Yeah.
He said, I must be focused. He
Yes.
said, I can complete my qualification.
Sure.
I'm a good boy.
And then you see how
I'm
that-
no more on substance. That person just starts speaking.
And
Because
then you
God
see the
said it.
reflection.
You see the
You see-
reflection change.
Yeah.
The language change.
Yeah.
And that to me is powerful in itself.
Awesome.
That to me, Joan. So there is so many other technical and techniques we
Technique,
use
yeah.
in coaching.
Yeah.
But there is many others. We have
Yes.
what I like about coaching is always about techniques.
And it's not advising
It's not
anybody.
advising.
It's not giving anybody.
We
Okay, this is
outcome-based.
what you must do. This is what you can't do. No. It's outcome based. This is the problem. You must get yourself out.
of the
Nobody
problem.
else can
and,
do it
and
for
I
you.
see in our society, Joan, I've coached a few of our people, but they are scared for the questions.
Yeah, it's true.
I would always say to people, only when you ask questions it can reveal answers.
Yeah.
But you find a lot of people, they will ask, Lady S, how can I be
Because
a
they
bet-"
want the answers from you.
Exactly. And we don't give answers. We don't give answers. We are giving guide. We guide you. Even with the goal settings, I won't say to you, do 1, 2, and 3. I will guide you through it because you already know what you want
Isn't it so
and what you want to be.
Isn't it so wonderful to see that if you ask the question, this person already have the answer.
Exactly.
I don't have the answer
That's
for
right.
your life. You
That's
have
right.
the answer for your own life. And therefore, we ask the question.
Questions.
You are the person who's in the situation. It's not me.
Exactly.
Therefore, there's a difference between the counseling and the coaching.
There's it's totally
two
different.
totally different things.
And that's why people don't understand. For coaching, if you come to the coaching consultation room, that's why you have to pay for it. Because if you go to Dr. Kaka, you're going to pay. There is a doctor like that in Toekomsrus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dr. Kaka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you go to him, you're going to pay. I want to bring it home so that they will hear me.
Right.
You have to pay. So if you come for coaching, you need to pay for it because
Absolutely, it's gonna help you.
The tools that I'm going to give you, I'm so positive that tools is going to work for you.
Right.
The antibiotic that the doctor is going to give you is going to help you.
And
So
this was Pancella.
This is
because
Pancella.
we gave it to you,
Mahala.
mahala. So we already put you on the road,
Exactly.
of recovery.
You don't have an excuse for
You don't have
2021.
no excuses for 2021. So come on. Pull yourself toward yourself
Self.
because you
That's
can
right.
do it.
Yes.
You have the potential. You have everything locked up
That's
inside
right.
of you. God actually gave you gifts and talents, and you can make it,
can
and
make
you're
it.
gonna make it strong
Gonna
in
make it strong.
2021. If you put your mind to it, you're gonna accomplish it. Now, last remarks from Coach Sonia.
Yes. What I would say is don't be scared.
Yes.
2020 have scared us A
Your-
lot. So 2021, don't be scared.
Yes.
Don't be scared to take risks.
Yes.
Don't be scared to be confident. Don't be scared to step out there. Don't be scared to set goals. Don't be scared to follow your dreams. Don't be scared. You can either live by results and not by excuses. Live by results.
Yes.
That is my advice to you for 2021. Live by results. Live being powerful and not pitiful.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You have made too many excuses.
That's right.
Right? Yes, 2020 was a lot of things. We all blamed COVID. And therefore we say we could not accomplish.
That's right.
Listen, no more excuses.
No more excuses.
No more excuses.
No make excuses.
Put that vision board together.
right.
Please go to the vision board, jot it down. What do you want out of this year?
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because only you can answer that question. Well, we came to the end of our show.
Woo!
It was an awesome show.
That's
We thank you
right.
for watching. We thank you, and we know that you've learned something
That's
out
right.
of this. You can
Yeah.
go do it at
That's
home.
right.
And we want to say thank you.
Thank
you
you.
from the bottom of our hearts. 2021
21
is going to be a good year.
Oh, yes. Oh,
yes,
We're
man.
gonna make
You're going to
it.
make it, and you're going to make
Yes,
it strong.
Yes.
So, I love you. God loves you best. Shalom. Mwah.
1, 2, 3, 4.